Okay, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We're going to do the match preview for the Spurs game versus Man City on Sunday. Today, I have Hugo, Kenton, and Adam, all Man City fans. I'm going to bring them on so we can do this. Today, it's not going to be a long video. I know all of us are watching Arsenal right now, and we all want to laugh at Arsenal. I want to laugh at Arsenal. It's quite funny. So anyway, let me get Hugo. How you doing, Hugo?
I'm good, Patrick. What's up, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice to see you again. And Kenton, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Good.
Yeah.
Adam, how you doing, man? Adam, as always, I appreciate you coming on. How are you doing?
I'm good, man.
Okay, cool. So, guys, today we're going to preview the game that's Spurs versus Man City. I'm going to start with Hugo. Then after Hugo, I'll go to Kenton. Then I'll go to Adam. Okay, so guys, you know yourself, this is going to be Nuno's first game, and it's going to be our first game after a long time, after I can say, not even average, below average preseason. So what do you think, you guys, what do you think Pep is going to do for this game? How do you think he's going to change? Is he going to change from the players he's playing in preseason, or he's going to put more experienced players? I'm starting with Hugo.
Well, Patrick, it's a Premier League game. It's one of the main competitors. Spurs has been in the top four for the past few seasons. You know, they changed manager. They have a hype manager coming in now because Nuno did some work at Wolves with them, bringing them up from Championship and staying in the Premier League, and even hurting us a couple of seasons, giving us some bad results along our seasons. Even if we did end up winning those. But they did get the better of us in a couple of seasons, a couple seasons ago. So yeah, I'm expecting that if he has all of his players at his disposal, that he will come and do something on Sunday. And they're at home, of course, also. So I'm looking at them playing their normal Tottenham way though, because Nuno is not sit back and play from play like defensive football, like a Mourinho who they had last year, right? Nuno is gonna be basically playing attacking football, similar to what they were playing at Wolves, but he has better quality players. He has players like Son, which he did not have. So you can't just look at Harry Kane that we're looking at now. He has players like Son who are very good, have been very good against us also, and they can come through him. Or if Harry Kane does play also, they also still have that option, right? But I think they haven't really solved their defensive problems, right? So I think even though we don't have a striker right now, we can go out there and we can still do damage, right? Most of our team is the same team, right? The defense, I'm expecting it to be solid like it was most of last season, because all of the players are available to Pep right now, except for I think it's just Phil Foden injured and KDB injured. So the defenders are fit. So whether he decides to play Cancelo or Walker, I'm expecting to see a brilliant performance. Whether he decides to play Ruben and Stones or Laporte or whoever he decides to play, I think we will be okay. And at the left back, I know Mendy has featured quite a few times, but probably he's not going to choose Mendy for tomorrow. I'm hoping that he doesn't actually choose Mendy, because it would be kind of like an indication like that's where we want to go for the rest of the season. And I really don't want us to put that on Mendy right now, because I don't think he can manage it. So I'd rather to start with somebody else, see what Mendy does over the season, and if he gets better, then so be. But I wouldn't push him out there in this first game Sunday. So that's my thing on it. Yeah, that's my thing on it. Right? But in terms of result-wise, I'm expecting a City win, right? Expecting a City win, because Nuno, as he's gotten a better team, but at the same time, this is a new pressure on him. When he was at Wolves, wasn't at Spurs, he could play more freely or think more freely because it is Wolves, and it was expected that they would get the bigger teams would get the better of them. Now that he's at that top six pressure is no one to Nuno. Nuno is not used to that, right? Pep is more of the manager that would be used to playing in finals, playing in important games, all of that. So I expect Pep's expertise and management to come out on top same. And I think we could score 3 goals. Maybe we concede 1. I don't know. So either 3-1 or a 2-1. That's my prediction for the game.
Okay. Thank you, Hugo. Is always full of information and always very composed as he says everything. Okay, now we move on to Kenton, who was laughing. So we're gonna understand why you were laughing when Hugo was making some of the points. So look, as I asked the same question I asked Kenton, Pep should make changes ahead of. Will Pep make changes ahead of Man City's game, or he's gonna use the same team as preseason? And what do you think Nuno is gonna do in this game as a new coach?
I don't expect our manager to field the same team that he played versus Leicester in the Community Shield game, where you had academy players. Most of our senior players, they weren't back at the club as yet. They were still on vacation or time off. So, but now they are back, and most of them have at least a week's training under their belt. So we're expecting the manager to go for the more senior players versus Spurs on Sunday. We're looking at Edison returning to goal. I'm going with a back 4 of Stones and Ruben Diaz at centre back. I would go for Cancelo at right back. Seeing that he has been there training a bit longer than Walker. Walker just basically came back, but he and Cancelo, they are on the same level, so I wouldn't have a problem with any one of them that play there. But based on the fact that Cancelo has been training a bit longer than Walker with the team, I would go for Cancelo at right back. And as Hugo said, I wouldn't trust Mendy tomorrow, or Sunday, versus Spurs. I would go for Zinchenko at left back. Right? Now, at the holding midfield position, I would go for Fernandinho to start on Sunday versus Spurs ahead of Rodri. And then 2 attacking midfielders, seeing that De Bruyne is still not 100% fit, I would go for experience there. I would go for a Bernardo and a Gundogan playing with Fernandinho. You understand? The reason why I chose Fernandinho ahead of Rodri. All right, playing Bernardo and Gundogan, I think Fernandinho offers more assurance in terms of experience and, playing in that gap. For me, I think Rodri get caught out too much. Oftentimes you see him chasing back towards his own goals, chasing after attackers. Fernandinho, you're not going to have a lot of that. Fernandinho will stay in the gap and play a more disciplined holding midfield role. So I would definitely go for Fernandinho there. And, all right, the front 3, even though...
wait. So wait. So if you go for Fernandinho as the holding defender, who's going to be in front of Fernandinho? Just at the top.
Yeah, man. He said Bernardo.
I said Bernardo and Gundogan.
And Gundogan. Yeah, man. He said Bernardo and Gundogan. I like your graphics, Patrick. You mash up the place with the graphics. Yeah.
I'm eyesing it, Hugo.
Yeah, man.
My eyes on it as well.
Yeah.
All right. For the front 3 now, Patrick. The reason why I was laughing when Hugo was outlining his prediction is when he said that at this moment we don't have a striker. So that I was laughing because, in the group, Hugo is always undermining Jesus. And I know he deliberately said that. I know he deliberately said we don't have a striker. No, we know Hugo don't really rate Jesus like that anyway.
No, man, I rate Jesus. I have my big Gabriel Jesus kit, Nobody wants to say that. The truth is, Gabriel Jesus has not been performing. And Kenton, remember, even you said it and you have been saying it. It's a fact. We were playing a different system last year, and that system was working. Now, if Gabriel Jesus is going to start today, would have meant that he would have proven something to Pep Guardiola between the end of last season and now. And basically, he just came back. So I don't think that Gabriel Jesus will be thrown in. And he wasn't playing for Brazil in that position either. So when last did Gabriel Jesus play as a thing there? You're talking about a very long time ago. He probably has even forgotten how to play as a striker. I mean, it was not like he was doing a good job in the first place.
But he wasn't fit at one point, and then it was during that same period when he wasn't fit and Aguero wasn't fit at the same time. So it's like the manager wasn't left with many options. You understand? So maybe that is one of the reasons why he changed the system and then started to use Foden as a false nine. He used De Bruyne as a false nine. He used Bernardo as a false nine. And then that system now started to work because he has the extra assurance on the field of an extra midfielder there. You understand? And then the system worked. You understand? Right. So even when Aguero regained,
I'm not seeing the players finish. You need to finish. Put in your players. Your top three because
top three. So top three. Yeah, so you know what we're gonna do? You do the two wingers, then we're gonna let Adam pick the one who's gonna play as a striker.
All right. So for the left side of our attacking tree, I would go for Raheem Sterling.
Edozie.
Yeah, I would go for Sterling.
The man said Edozie. Some a good boy, still, you know. I don't want nobody for disrespect Sam. He did very well in the preseason. But Sterling, Sterling season coming off the big Euros, you have to start him against Spurs. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the right hand side.
And preseason is over now, Patrick. So this is bigger than preseason.
Yeah, man.
We're over with preseason now. So I would go for Sterling left, and then I would go for Mahrez on the right.
Yeah, then the striker position, we can leave it for Adam. Adam, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, look at you. Your sound is better now. So, Adam, since the guys have chosen... Okay, before I move on, Hugo and Kington, whatever you've chosen at the back here, are you satisfied with it? Should we change anything? Are you guys happy with... Cancelo, Stones, Diaz?
I think the only person that I would change is Cancelo for Walker.
Oh.
Okay. Do you agree with him or we stay with Cancelo?
May I agree more with what Kenton is saying because he's been training longer. But there's a player that just came in that I would play over a player that we're going to start with. I think it is negative for us to start with Fernandinho in the first game.
You think so?
Yeah.
Would you rather start with Rodri?
Yes, the reason being, all right, Kenton, we love and respect Fernandinho and know what he has done over the year, right? We start him now. Are we going to keep him for the full season and running the 38 games?
No.
No, you see, that's why I wouldn't start him today.
Okay, so we're gonna give you one. We're gonna give you one there, Hugo. Okay, there we go. Kenton has picked everything.
Hugo, all right, Patrick, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but the reason when I was thinking about my 11 this morning, and when I was looking at the other midfield two of Gundogan and Bernardo, and then I was saying if I should put Rodri there. To be honest, all right, Bernardo is a workhorse. Yeah, you know, he works, he runs for the 90 minutes and work hard for the team. And I was thinking to put Rodri there. To me, honestly, Rodri strays too much for me. Rodri strays too much for me as a holding midfielder. And then Rodri, too much back passing for me. Too much sideways passing for me. You know, so, you know, and then defensive-wise, if you remember what I said in the group earlier this morning, that playing Rodri with a combination of Bernardo and Gundogan, it's going to be extra pressure on our centre-backs and our wing-backs.
Bernardo, who is runs more than KDB, and Rodrigo played most of him games with Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan in the middle. And we've been successful. And he does less running than Bernardo, so I think he'll be okay.
I was thinking about the opponent, Hugo. The opponent that we are going to be playing against and the personnel that they have in their team. The speed, the Lucas Moura, Son.
Højbjerg in midfield.
Yeah, I'm talking about their quick attacking players against a Rodri.
Rodri got to pass the ball around them, man. Roger go back pass him. Roger go
Okay,
back
so
pass him.
okay. So let's move to Adam. Adam, who do you want to play as a striker? We're gonna give you that.
Probably Ferran Torres, or it's probably going to end up being Gabriel Jesus, one of the two.
So pick one: Ferran Torres or Gabriel Jesus.
Ferran Torres, because Gabriel Jesus is probably going to end up being offside.
So guys, after we've picked that team and the changes you think Pep is gonna make, are you comfortable that this team is going to beat Spurs for the first time in their ground?
Yeah,
Well, that team is like a give and take team, you know, this team that you have right here. Because I think Jack Grealish is gonna start.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I think Jack Grealish is gonna start. You
Yeah,
get what
but
I
where?
mean?
I think Jimenez.
For me,
But you
I
know
wouldn't change it, you know, Patrick. Don't change it, you know. It's a consensus team because you asked Adam to give you a striker, so he did. And remember, Kenton's striker would be Gabriel Jesus. You get what I'm saying? So this is a consensus 11. But for me, I would play Sterling, Grealish, and Mahrez up front, and probably Sterling would be the person in the middle.
That's what I was just about to say.
That sounds
Sterling
like fire, man. That sounds like fire.
Grealish to the left and Mahrez to the right. I wouldn't even play Ferran Torres tomorrow because Ferran Torres got outscored by Edozie in the preseason. He did get games in him and got the less and got the thing in him. So what I'm saying is Ferran Torres had a good last season, but so far from preseason he's been back, unlike the other players, and him not score. I mean, we see goals from Mahrez already and things. So I don't think he's ready. I would go with Sterling because this team, this first team, can come with something, especially knowing that they're gonna maybe lose their captain or whatever. They feel like they need to come out and make a statement. You get what I'm saying? These are things that we can't look at now, but we don't know what kind of emotions that is going to put into those players and how they might react. I remember one time when they were going to Chelsea was going to win the league or something, and they played hard against them.
Yeah,
and delayed them going forward, you know. So even though they might not be able to stand for the whole season, but because of the sentiments within this game, maybe Kane plays, maybe he doesn't. You know, the rest of players feeling like they need to make a statement because City is the club looking at Kane. You can't tell what is going to happen. You know, so I would put Sterling, Grealish, and Mahrez.
Okay. So look,
Patrick.
Patrick.
I see, based on what Hugo just said a while ago in terms of Ferran Torres, I'm always saying this. Ferran Torres plays much better and look more effective when he's playing with the more senior players. I see a team like this now. All right, remove Gabriel Jesus from the striker's role and put Ferran Torres there. And then I think you will get a more effective. In fact, I would go as far as saying if you remove Gabriel Jesus and put Ferran Torres there, you will get better and more effective service from him playing with that strong 11 than Gabriel Jesus. So I don't really judge Ferran Torres when he's playing with the academy players or I don't even want to say our B team. You know, all our players are superstars. I don't want to say B team, but
playing with the academy players. I get what you're saying. It was
like
different.
what I always say, no, Hugo. You remember I always tell that
for him to lead and lift them, though, being as a player. But you're right. He's not that experienced either. Ferran Torres.
Just like Ferran, but Hugo, just like what I always say, no? When I analyze Ferran Torres playing on the left or on the right, he's not as effective as when he's played through the middle, playing as the striker or as the false nine. I think that's the position that best suits him playing in this City team. Trust me.
But
it reminds me a bit of Daniel Villa, the one that played for Barcelona. Ferran Torres. It reminds me of his name. What's his name? David Villa or something like that. David Villa.
Yeah, David
Villa. It reminds me of David Villa, Ferran Torres.
He's good enough.
So first one here, we're gonna start with Adam, just fast, short and sweet. So what's the prediction? Okay, we don't know before that. Okay, so both teams are missing the big guys, the big boys. We're missing Kevin De Bruyne, they're missing Harry Kane, I think so. I'm just predicting. Huh?
Phil Foden is a serious member of Manchester City. You know.
I
Yes,
know, but
Yes.
but this is just our benchmark now. We're just gonna ask this one. So
not a
Adam,
boy anymore. Not a boy anymore.
so Adam,
No, no.
between De Bruyne and Harry Kane, who was a better miss if both don't play?
Harry Kane.
De Bruyne.
No, I would say
Actually, no,
Harry Kane.
I think Harry Kane for Tottenham.
He'd be a more bigger miss than De Bruyne, a
Harry
bigger miss
Kane.
for us.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean if Kane don't play the game?
Yeah. So between Kane and De Bruyne for this game, if the Kane doesn't play, sits on the bench or reserves in the stands, and De Bruyne we know is injured, who is the bigger miss for the team? Which team will feel more missing between the two?
Tottenham.
Tottenham with Harry Kane.
Maybe Tottenham with Harry Kane, but there are some things that could be said. Harry Kane sometimes slow up things, you know. I know we are trying to get him, but we're not too fully convinced about that.
Okay, so we're gonna come with Kenton.
Playing in our system, he'll thrive in a Hugo.
Yeah, that's what
I hope he does.
Yeah, but based on what Patrick said, who would be the bigger miss? I think they would miss Harry Kane more than how we would miss De Bruyne. Because I've seen City producing some sublime performances when De Bruyne was injured.
Yeah.
You know, you have Bernardo stepping up, you have Gundogan stepping up, Rodri stepping up, other players stepping up when De Bruyne was missing. So I think we'll cope without De Bruyne. But I don't know about Spurs and Kane.
So now another question that's also very similar before we move on to the predictions. We're going to start with Hugo. Who do you think is going to be the man to watch out for in this game? Spurs side and Man City side. Who should both sides watch out for? Who should Spurs watch out for at Man City and who should outside?
Son, who is the Spurs player that City should have gone after, right? And
preach.
Son is the player that City should have gone after. Would have cost us less. We wouldn't have had this mess with the Kane thing for long or whatever, even though we need a striker. But of the Spurs players that I would have wanted to ever come to City, thing there would have been the person. Son. I think he would have been magnificent under Pep Guardiola. Playing with other wingers like Mahrez and Sterling. Oh my gosh. And running across a front three for us. It would be oh gosh, it would be incredible.
So that's who we should be scared of in this game, isn't it?
People have thought that I have said that we need a striker, just a striker, you know. Even Mikey kind of made it clear in the group the other day. What we need is a goal scorer, you know. You understand? So nothing is wrong with Gabriel Jesus playing the way he plays if our other players are scoring goals more than him. Similar to like how Mo Salah and Mane carry more scoring than Firmino. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but that's not happening with our team. So that's why I'm saying we need a striker. But City just needs to get goals wherever the goals are coming from. You understand? Yeah. Whether Sterling needs to start producing again, or Mahrez needs to stay consistent, and Ford needs to stay consistent, or whatever it is. You understand? Because to me, Kane or no Kane coming to City, I still think City is going to win the Premier League. You understand? I think we have the power.
So who going back, who should Spurs watch out for? Who should they be scared of in the City team on Sunday?
Sterling, if him start. If Raheem Sterling starts, right, they have to be afraid because Raheem Sterling just completed a very good Euro, right? And Raheem Sterling wants to prove something to his manager. Pep put Raheem Sterling on the field and Raheem Sterling gets going early, right? We know how it is. Sometimes City gets early goals. If Raheem Sterling were to get that early goal, Spurs would be in for a very long day.
Okay, same question to you, Kenton. Who should City fear from Spurs side on Sunday, and who should Spurs fear from Man City side on Sunday?
All right. I'm going to say, well, Son always have a very good game whenever he plays against City. That's when we give him the room to turn and start to run at us. So the last time we played against Spurs, and they shut down Son. He didn't get that space and that opportunity to run at us, but he's always a threat. And I think Lucas Moura as well with his pace We have to be wary of that. So that is why I agree with Hugo when we both said we don't think we don't want to put Mendy up against a Lucas Moura or a Son. So to even damper his confidence in the very first game of the season. You understand?
Okay.
So I would say Lucas Moura and Son for Spurs.
The Man City side?
Man City, all 11 of us, man. We're that good. We're that good. All 11 City players. You understand? It's not no one special player, So the entire team, man, we're a team. We play as a team, Remember, we don't have a Messi or a Ronaldo who I would say is a distraction in our team. We don't have a standout star player like that. We are a team. You understand? All 11 of us. If you come too hard at us, guess what? Edison is going to be a supplier. You're going to have even our goalkeeper finding assists. You understand?
Okay.
So I'm not going to single out any particular player. So I'm looking for a brilliant performance from the entire team.
Okay.
You understand? Players coming back with a hunger and a desire to want to perform, to want to keep their spot. You understand? Even in our defense, as Hugo and the other guys in the groups were quarreling this morning, that Laporte should start ahead of I don't know who still.
If Laporte play left back tomorrow, we have a better chance than anything. Right. And if we play a back three tomorrow, we still have a better chance. As long as Laporte plays, we have a better chance than any of the other lateral backs that are there. That's just a fact. You understand? Because Zinchenko isn't good defensively, neither is Cancelo. If Walker is there, then we know that
Zinchenko has improved his game defensively.
Yeah, but while
he has built-up plays, Zinchenko is crucial.
He's still
crucial in our built-up plays. In terms of what? His attack?
A little bit too weak.
In terms of what?
Positioning.
Defensively.
It's weak
defensively.
You see the same thing with Mendy? What you're saying with Mendy, like a Lucas Moura or a Son can run onto Mendy. It cannot move with Zinchenko too. You understand?
Zinchenko has improved, man. Zinchenko have this, Hugo. Zinchenko has a footballing brain,
Yeah, but
as I said earlier, he has improved his game defensively.
Even
defensively, he has improved.
Yeah, but look at it. Even though Cancelo is someone we're looking at for the right, remember he's also a possibility on the left,
Yeah,
you understand? True. And the only reason why is just because Walker has just returned, why I haven't put Cancelo as a choice above, like even Zinchenko over on the left hand side. You understand?
I know that you said it, that can happen as well,
Yeah, but I was just looking at it. Cancelo has been playing at right back for this preseason. Don't start him at left back.
No, it's because of who we are playing. It's because of who the opponent is. Spurs.
Yeah.
If it was our second game to revert to our first game, we're playing Norwich.
Right.
I think maybe you're right. I think the manager might be tempted to start Walker at right back, and we might see the possibility of him starting Cancelo at left back. I didn't even know that Zinchenko had left the training camp and returned.
Yeah, his girlfriend was his wife actually now.
Yeah,
had a baby.
Yeah,
so
I know, but I didn't know he had left. So when we were disputing that, I said he's in training. He actually left.
Okay.
And then he just returned recently. So who knows? And Cancelo has always been at training.
Yeah.
So now that you said that, now the manager might opt for that option as well as maybe Laporte at left back. Who knows?
Okay, now we have a minute, guy. We have a minute. We're hitting the 30-minute. Hugo has to go. So I'm going to ask Adam. Adam, very fast. What's your prediction for this match?
We're probably going to end up playing a back three because Nuno Santos, he likes to play a back three as well. So I feel like we're probably going to end up trying to match him in a sense where we will play a back three, maybe of say Laporte, maybe Laporte, Ruben Diaz and Stones, or Laporte, Ruben Diaz, Stones and Kyle Walker, and then play some fullbacks like that. Play what was it? Cancelo at the right wing back, Zinchenko as right wing back, left wing back. Sorry, we could play a three as a back maybe to match them.
So what's your score prediction?
I'm probably gonna go for 2-0 or maybe 1-0
To who?
to City.
Okay, so it's gonna be our first win at this new Spurs stadium, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about Hugo? Quick one. What's your score prediction? I know you say you were gonna win, but what's your score prediction for this game?
Yeah, I'm looking at 3-1 or 2-1. I'm not sure that we will be able to keep them out, but we need to score on both sides of the halftime. So I'm looking for maybe an opening goal. City hasn't been very, very good, so we might get another one early second half and then another one. You know, we haven't really been reaming off goals just like that. So I'm not expecting anything over 3 goals. So 2 to 3 goals for City with a win and still conceding. That's my prediction.
Okay, so Stana Dread, is that one of the guys from the group? I think so. So what about you, Kengton? What's your score prediction?
All right, I'm going for either 1-0 or a 2-0 win for City. I'm the opposite when it comes on to our defending. You know. We should be able to keep out Spurs.
You think that the defense is that good, but I know that their weakness is in the defense. That's why I want Laporte to play. You know, I want to have all the best defenders on the field at the same time. I'm sure that we won't concede any goal at that time.
Yeah, man, our best defender will be there, man. John Stones.
Okay.
By the way, guys, just an announcement.
If John Stones is the best player,
just an announcement. Hugo, just an announcement. It's 2-0. It's 2-0 to Brentford. Brentford have just scored. It's 2-0 to Brentford. Brentford have just scored. It's 2-0. Okay, guys, we're gonna close it at this. Thank you very much, Hugo. Safe trip to you, and thank you very much, Kingdom. As always, a pleasure. And thank you, Adam and Sana Dread. Sana Dread came too late.
So
thank you very much, guys.
After one game, Arsenal has left from the top of the league to the bottom of the league in one.
Bottom of the league, one game.
Yeah.
I was laughing about that earlier, Hugo. That if the league should finish right now, Arsenal would be champion.
Finish right now.
Arsenal will be they'll be relegated.
Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in.
Have fun over the weekend, everybody. Have fun over the weekend. Enjoy the game. All right, Patrick. Good to have come on to your show again, man. Respect.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hugo. Enjoy your trip, man. Enjoy your trip.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
Adam, take it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
No worries. Take care.
Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. That was Hugo, Kenton, and Adam. We're going to be back on Monday for the Hot Box at 9 p.m. UK time. On the Hot Box, it's always 1 hour, so that we'll get questions from you guys. I know most of you guys were not here because of the Arsenal slapping that's happening right now. So look, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. That is True City Fan on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Like the vid. Tune in next time, guys. Thank you very much. Enjoy the game. Come on, City.